The San Jose Public Library system continues to expand and keep up with modernization. The newest example was the reopening of the Santa Teresa Branch, the southernmost library of the city of San Jose. The project began back in March of the year 2008.
It was a very popular branch when we decided to even rebuild. So we know that it's going to have heavy foot traffic, a lot of people in the branches, young families as well as seniors and teens and a lot of the 20-somethings. They're going to love this branch because of the interior, the way it's designed. A lot of opportunities for some quiet study as well as, noisy, wonderful interactive spaces, a real social hotspot. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun for everybody. I think what makes it really important here in the South Bay and in the southern part of San Jose is there's a lot of teens in this neighborhood. And the teens really can connect up here in a safe environment, in a really nice environment, great staff to help them connect up as well and do some fun things. Hey! Okay. So yeah, it's going to be a really fun thing to be able to connect up with everybody.
This is a great new library. We tore down the old one. Took a while to get it rebuilt, but now we have a fantastic new library. It's open to the public, free of charge to everybody in our community. It's a really important asset to us so that our kids can read books, they can do better in school, and our adults can continue their education because you should never stop learning. It's really important to have these facilities for our community. So it's a great day when you can open a new library. The voters a few years ago approved special bond measures to build libraries, so we are in the process of rebuilding and expanding 14 and building 6 new libraries. So we still have a couple more to finish building over the next couple of years. So we're continuing to provide better library services to the entire city, and we're really happy to be able to do that thanks to the voters who authorized the bond money.
Santa Teresa Library was opened in 1984, and it was about 1/3 the size of this library. And the community grew and the need grew, so that's why we have this 22,000 square foot new library supported by the voters with the library bond project. And we're really excited about having the library. We need to keep the books flowing into the library, the staff, the hours open, and we'll do our best in the state legislature to make sure that happens.
In times like this, when the budget is crunching on the state, how do you manage to keep these projects
Well, I
flowing?
think when the budget times get tough, you have to focus on priorities, and you've got to focus on direct services to the public, and schools, libraries, fire, police. The direct services a lot of times are the local government, so I really favor letting local government have the sufficient funds to operate their facilities and make sure that that takes place.
San Jose Public Libraries are green libraries. The new Santa Teresa building is no exception.
Well, I'm the project manager for Public Works, but not for this facility. But I'm involved in all the various libraries, all the new libraries. This project was met the LEED requirements, which means like natural daylight, the use of sensors in the light fixtures, the use of recycled materials for the flooring, the carpet, and all the cabinetry. So all that uses recycled materials. The new standards for the city of San Jose that we have to meet the minimum of a silver level requirements.
The Santa Teresa Branch features public art from renowned French artist Beatrice Coron, who lives in New York City.
And so I wanted, and it was a library, so I kind of like, oh, it's cultivation, like the cultivation of the fruits before, now it's cultivation of the mind. So I wanted the growth of San Jose with the history. So in the metal, I made a biblio tree, and I also made the walks of the fruits of knowledge, to have all piece of literature and movies and music that has a fruit in it. So that was fun to make the research, and it's all material that's available through the library. So if people walk on this orchard walk and begin to see like the Ode to Tomato of Pablo Neruda, then maybe they want to read it. The sheets that are on the floor, it's like they might have fallen from the tree. So it's a whole thing of organic things, of cycle. And this is like a mandala also, so everything is connected and everything enriched from the other. And here it's a tree of knowledge. I based all the growth of San Jose, so in the center it's the acorn, so that's native to San Jose, and that's the culture of the Ohlone Indians around it. And then it's the fruits they were brought by the Europeans, and that made the ranch and the orchard industry. And then after it's the fruits that were brought from around the world, from Africa, from Asia, and that's the growth of San Jose today as an international city. And it's still growing, so it's like a cut section of the history.
This new branch cost the city $12 million as part of the $212 million that were approved by voters back in the year 2000. However, the library also receives the support of private donations.
Dedicated to supporting the San Jose Public Library System. And for the last several years, our efforts have been focused on raising funds for all of the new libraries that have been opening. We've had about 2 to 3 every year for the last 5 years. And the donations go for furnishings, collection, DVDs, technology, anything that's not nailed down. Because the bond that was passed in the year 2000 pays for the construction of the building. And only permanently, so you can't pay for anything that literally is not nailed down. So that's where the foundation steps in to help fill that gap.
So that means that many things that we use in a library come from private donations,
yes.
From people.
Yes, from individuals, corporations, foundations, and the city also has other funds to help supplement that, but not enough funds to pay for all of it.
The Santa Teresa Branch nearly doubled its size to 22,000 square feet and has all the modern amenities and services that a public library can offer, including an internet cafe, technology center, and a community center. The new facility, compared to the old one, has more than twice the number of computers, 28, 3 times the number of seats, 170, and new storytelling, group and study areas that the original branch did not even have.